What's good? What's good? So I got another one for y'all today, and we back on the DL shit. You feel me? Um, and this one I'm gonna cover basically um, the life that a DL man lives, um, the social fear that's a part of that, and then just some other stuff, you know, that I think of pretty much. Um, oh, but before I get into the video, Um, a couple of y'all had brought up the consistency of the videos that I upload, and I'm gonna just touch on that real quick. So basically, whenever I make a video, I'm either the topic just came to me, or it's something that I wrote down, thought of, something I get from y'all, whatever, right? So I don't make a video until I have something to talk about, and also with that, like I don't get paid to do this shit. I do this specifically to help niggas like myself navigate their sexuality and the world shit. Um, so yeah, y'all just gonna have to bear with my videos. Whether it's a month, a week, whatever. That's just how it's gonna be. Um, but yeah, getting in the video. Um, what I was thinking about just earlier today, actually, I was watching this video um, on a dude's YouTube channel called Carter's World or something like that. And I'll drop a link to the video in the description. But bro was talking about how actually it was two videos that I watched. So he was talking about how a dude that his mom's was dating ended up being gay, by whatever. Bro was in the trannies, right? Um, and basically um, got caught by his mom in his mama's house, you know, uh, taking it up the ass. So honestly, that shit was pretty funny. Y'all, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna drop both. I'm gonna drop a link to both videos in the description because that shit, bro. Oh man, when I was watching that shit, I was just like, what? Like, what? Like the audacity of the DL nigga that was dating his mom. I'm just like, when he was telling me the story, I was like, bro, like you just stupid for this shit. Like that shit was hilarious. Y'all gotta watch that shit. I'm gonna drop the link in the description. But yeah, I was watching those two videos, and the first one, it was pretty much just like that one made me think, like for DL niggas in general, right? It's kind of a thing, like you have a timetable for like coming out, sort of, like if you get to be in your 30s, you get to be your 30s, 40s, 50s, you still DL. I mean, you're gonna be old. Ain't nobody gonna be really want to try to fuck you anyways. Um, Trying to find a relationship at that stage in your life is gonna be more difficult, right? And even coming out at that point, like it's like what for, right? You done lived most of your life already. Like I feel like people wouldn't give a shit, like even if you told them at that point. And that's honestly, that's not. I don't feel like that's a thing that happens very often. If you deep in DL for that long, you probably gonna take that shit to your grave. But it's like how do you want to live your life? You feel me? Because if you DL for that long, like you gonna be stuck. You gonna be living your life in fear, and maybe you gonna be stuck like old dude, and you gonna get outed at your at old girl crib, you know. So yeah, y'all gonna have to forgive me. I've been having a little trouble with my breathing. Nigga had COVID not that long ago, so shit's we still in recovery low key, I guess. But anyway, yeah, like for my DL niggas that's watching this video, um to let's start with, I still haven't told everybody in my social circle, right? I don't feel the need to tell everybody. I haven't told my pops, right? But for my DL niggas, where like, you know, y'all ain't told anybody, it's sort of a point where, like, you know, how do you want to live your life? Do you see yourself, you know, being DL for the rest of your life? At some point, don't you want to, you know, be you? Like, isn't that like, if that's, I would assume that that's a desire that all DL niggas have. Maybe they just not, you know, ready to take that shit just yet. Y'all could be like me, where, you know, it's not really as significant when you, like I said, when you out here just smashing people, right? Y'all might just be waiting for someone that's worth coming out for. You feel me? And that's cool too. But I'm saying, like, you know, niggas should at least consider that. Like, I just me personally, like, I told y'all even before I was out and all that, my plan was to, you know, move away, start my own life. And as of this point, okay, well, since I had a falling out with my best homie, and, you know, my boys either moved away or we don't really talk that much, I've been, you know, isolated for the most part. I've been by myself on my lonesome. Fuck. Oh, nigga lost his train of thought. Where was I going with that? Hold on. Right. So where I was going with that is, you know, when I planned to move away, wherever I ended up, you know, whatever new group of friends I end up making, you know, whoever I call my homies in the future, I'm gonna just be honest with them from jump, straight up. Like, bro, I like guys and girls. You know, if you're not cool with that, then we just shouldn't be cool. You feel me? So that was my mentality, and no, it still is my mentality moving forward. But yeah. Also, another thing I want to say is, you know, just about, again, how it's not as easy for certain individuals to come out to anyone, right? Y'all know that I was outed just to my moms, and then I told my cousins and some of the other homies, right? But before that, or sorry, not before that, but I'm gonna just say, for me, it was probably a little easier, because I'm not that close to my parents, and I knew that my people, my cousins, my people my age, right, wasn't homophobic, right? And at the same time, I've always had a small group of friends. Like, I wasn't the popular nigga in high school. I had one best friend, and it was a crew of us. But, you know, when you in a group of like 20 some odd people, right, you're not gonna be close to everybody. Like, you're gonna have maybe 1, 2, 3 people that you really fuck with. You feel me? So, yeah, having that, no one who's closest to you, like, those are the people that you should be worried about telling, right? But if you're popular, like, you used to being popular, you used to having everybody like you used to all that, you know, all that good energy from everybody, you know, even strangers, like, it's gonna be more difficult for that type of person to come out because all of a sudden all this positive energy could become negative energy, and it's from a lot more people. You feel me? Um, like you're concerned about a lot more opinions, and yeah. But either way, like I said, when there's a lot of people, like you're only close to a few people, right? So if you have that mentality where you're thinking about, what everybody's gonna say, well, first of all, you ain't got to tell everybody, and second, you need to focus on the people that are closest to you. Those are the only ones that really need to know, and once they do know, shit, it's just gonna be better. I'm telling y'all, it's just gonna be better. Yeah. Um, let's see. I think those are the main things on my list. But also, what I wanted to reference is, um, if y'all don't, there's a show on Netflix called Big Mouth. I'm sure most of y'all know that shit, but it's like a Family Guy American. It's an adult comedy, right? And it's about sexuality, puberty, all that kind of stuff. Um, but one of the things I remember them saying in like one of the early episodes was that like right now is the best time. Well, they said right now is the best time to be gay, which I mean it's the same thing, but like what I would add to that, like right now is probably the best time to come out. Like, you know, as a society as a whole, as far as our tolerance, we're not actually. I'm gonna say American society because some places they don't give a shit who you fuck. In France, they don't care. But yeah, at least in the U.S., we as a collective, and I would say, mainly it's the blue states because we think less conservatively. But yeah, people's tolerance in general, and it's become a lot better. Y'all see that in the media. It's more and more LGBTQ representation, even in what's it? They just had old dude in Eternals, the black dude. He was gay, which honestly for the movie's sake, it was kind of weird because bro was like an alien and immortal, and yeah. But I mean, whatever. Marvel's trying to be inclusive with everybody, which is cool. That's yeah, thumbs up. But yeah, y'all like just think about just just think about what I just said. You feel me? How long do you want to be living the way you are? Are you happy living the way you are? Cause I mean, shoot, I know I wasn't as happy as I am now, or as free. But for some of y'all might not give a fuck. Y'all just could be satisfied with your situation, whatever that may be. But yeah, I always encourage y'all to ask yourselves more questions. Think what's that term? Self-analyze, right? Because it's important. Like, when you get towards the end of your life and you taking into account, like, you want to say that you wasn't strong enough to, or sorry, do you want to know that you wasn't strong enough to like ever tell nobody to ever be all of yourself, right? Um, and there's one more thing I'm gonna say with that. My pops one of my uncles on my pop's side, um, my pop's oldest brother, when he passed, I wasn't that close to my uncle because, like I told y'all before, my father's side of the family stays far away. But when he passed, right, my pops, is he tells me, um, that my uncle, he didn't really have a lot of love in his life. And I mean, obviously, he got love from the family and his brothers, but um, he never settled down. He never got married. He never was close with anyone like that. And even with the family, towards the middle end of his life, he was distant. And my pops would always tell me, he put all of his energy, all of his emotion, whatever, into his cars. That's what he was all about. It was cars, 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 cars. And he filled his life up with all these materials. And my pops, he tears up when he talks about it because he knows his brother wasn't happy. He was sad. He at the end, he wished that he had been closer with all of us, with his nephews, brothers and sisters, all that kind of stuff. Um, and that just made me think, when you get towards the end of your life, not even towards the end of your life, with life in general, right? The most important thing, at least in my opinion, or like what it all comes down to, is your relationships. Who you love, like that. Like love is a thing that's worth living for, in my opinion. Like if you don't have love in your life, like I don't, material possessions don't um, can never take the place of that, right? That's why nigga, you got, well, I don't need to go on a tangent. Y'all should know basic shit like that. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.